Today we're checking out this Barricade Extreme HD Modular Grille Guard for the 2016 to 2023 Tacomas. If you want tougher front end protection with a clean and aggressive look and you don't want to replace the whole bumper, then this is a simple bolt-on option that shields your grille and headlights while sharpening the truck's style, so it's definitely worth checking out. The key feature here is going to start with real-world protection where it counts. You get a very stout center section with the wire mesh insert to help guard that grille, plus wraparound headlight hoops that take the hit from brush, parking lot bumps, or road debris instead of your headlights. That brings that off-road look without blocking any airflow, and it's designed to sit tight to the front end so it doesn't feel too bulky. All right, so I obviously couldn't fit it right here on the desk because this thing is just massive and heavy duty. So if you want to see what it looks like fully assembled, stick around for the install section here in a minute, or go ahead and visit the customer photos on the website or our product photos on the website and see exactly what this setup's going to look like fully built out and even on the truck. Most folks are going to switch to a grille guard like this when they're on gravel roads frequently, they trail ride on the weekends, you want to protect your truck from maybe hitting those deer in the high density areas, or you just want the Tacoma to look tougher without a full bumper swap. The best part is it's a true bolt-on made for this exact generation of Tacoma, so the fit is clean and the lines match the truck perfectly. When it comes to the construction on this, you're getting heavy duty tubular steel with a durable gloss black powder coat finish to fight rust and road salt for years to come. The mesh center panel helps stop smaller debris, and the welds are super tighty, and the brackets are all gonna line up with the factory mounting points, so it bolts up solid and is gonna be rattle-free down the road. It's built to handle daily use and weekend trips without bending at the first sign of trouble. As far as pricing goes on this, it's coming in right around the $600 price range. For a solid steel wraparound grille guard with a direct fit and quality gloss finish, that's a strong value when you want protection and style all in one spot. Now when it comes to the install on this one, it's going to get rated a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and you can get this job done in just 1 hour of your time if everything goes smooth. So let's head on out to the shop, and we're gonna give you a detailed walkthrough of exactly how this install process goes.
Tools required for this install include an impact gun, ratchet, 13 and 16 millimeter wrenches, clip remover tool, an extension, 10, 13, 16, and 17 millimeter socket. Today we're installing a grille guard on our Tacoma, so let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is pop off our grille. We've got 2 bolts and 2 clips. So I'm gonna grab a clip remover tool to pop out my clips first. And then I'll grab a 10 millimeter socket for the bolts, and then we can just pull this whole thing straight back. And just grab hold of it. We're gonna lift up off of those two, and then just pull straight back. Now, next thing we need to do is remove our splash guard. So we've got a bunch of 10 millimeter bolts across the front, and then on the sides, we're gonna have to go on the other side because there's 2 on each side behind the splash guard. So we'll start with a 10 mil socket on the front. So now we're gonna go to the side underneath and remove those 2 bolts. If you want to, you can just thread in one of these bolts in the front, just a couple threads to hold it in the middle while you undo the 2 corners. So now I'm gonna hop behind to get, we've got 1 bolt here and 1 bolt here. That's gonna be pretty hard to get a camera angle on. We're just gonna take a 10 mil socket and remove those 2. And these 2 tabs are right where they're gonna be, into these 2 clips. So the first thing I'm gonna mount up are the support brackets. These are stamped with a D or a P for driver or passenger. This is gonna slide in through the bottom of the grille here. Gotta go around that line. and it's gonna be bolting right to the bottom. Now it's gonna be hard to see. It's not really gonna be any way to get a camera angle on it, but if you feel underneath, there's a hole there. So we're gonna take this bolt plate and go from the back and drop it through that hole. Now we have a retaining clip. If you wanna use it, you just spin it onto that stud all the way up, and then that's just gonna prevent from the stud getting pushed up while you install this. I don't think it's really super necessary. So I'm gonna get a flat washer and a lock washer onto that stud, and then I can thread on my nut. And then I'm just gonna straighten out my bracket and take a 16mm socket to snug up the nut. And then you can do that same thing on the other side. Next, we can install our main mounting bracket. Once again, these are stamped with a D or a P. We're gonna be removing this bolt, and we're gonna be using the hole right above it. Grab a 17mm socket to remove that bolt. And then we're gonna take another one of our bolt plates. We're gonna slide it into the frame hole. And then this one, I would definitely use that retaining clip on. Just get it over the front and then spin it down. Then we'll raise our bracket up into place. Get it over that stud first. Then we're gonna snug up that bottom bolt first. And then on the stud, flat washer, lock washer, and nut. Then you can take a 16mm socket to tighten that one down. Repeat that process on the other side. Now we can line up and reinstall our grill. Get those two push clips in place. And thread in your bolts. Take a 10mm socket, tighten them down. So now I've got our grill guard laid out on the floor, and we just need to get some hardware in here and put this together. We've got M8 bolts for these 4 bolt holes at the top, and then we've got flat washers. We're gonna put that in, and then flat washer and nut on the other side. Now we need to sandwich these 3 pieces together. I'm gonna raise that up. I'm gonna get a bolt through one of them. And now I'm just threading on my nut on the other side. And then we're just gonna do that 3 more times. Next, we can mount up our bottom bar. Now we're gonna be using M10 bolts for these. So slide your bolt with a flat washer through the hole, and then get flat washer, lock washer, and nut on the other side. Do the same thing for the other hole. And now we're going to leave all of these bolts loose for now until we get it mounted up to the truck. At this point, you can repeat the same process you did on this side to connect to the other side. So now I've got myself a buddy. We're going to lift this up, line it up with our brackets, and then we've got our M10 bolts with flat washer, and then flat washer, lock washer, nut on the other side. So now we just need to tighten everything down. So I'm going to start at the bottom with the M10s. We're going all the way from here up to here, and then we'll switch over to our M8s. So I'm taking a 16mm socket and wrench, tighten these all down. Now switch to a 13mm socket and wrench for your M8 bolts. Now for this top one, I'm grabbing an extension just so I can keep this a little straighter. Repeat that process on the other side. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the Barricade Extreme HD Modular Grille Guard for your 2016 to 23 Tacoma. Thanks for watching, and for all things Tacoma, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.